Here we are, week 9, Broncos at Patriots. Wesley and Daniel, what time is this game? This is going to be one of the 4 o'clock games.
Good deal.
The 4 o'clock game.
Still repping breast cancer awareness.
This is the last day.
It is the last day of breast cancer awareness. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, everyone.
Boys and girls, ghouls and goblins.
I'm afraid of Patrick Willis.
You should be afraid of Patrick Willis. Well, you shouldn't be afraid of Patrick Willis. You guys destroyed me with the 49ers 2 weeks ago.
Which was an accurate prediction, by the way. And speaking of last week's games, Patriots did blow out the Bears,
right?
Which is what we foretold. Our other game, which was Eagles and Cardinals,
right,
actually came down to the wire with the Cardinals
really
winning at the
game,
end.
Man.
Fun game to watch. Not so fun for the Eagles fans, but
it could have been worse. I'm still, I leave that game somewhat optimistic about the season still. I feel like it was a game that got away from us or that slipped away, but it doesn't, like, it didn't jeopardize the season or anything. Whatever. I accept it as a learning experience. The team was in that situation, and maybe they step up and don't make some of the mistakes that were made last
year. Well, it just ties them with the Cowboys, if I'm not mistaken.
We're tied with the Cowboys now.
So everything's good. Just got to beat the Cowboys.
That's it. You see, we got Peyton coming out in his throwback Broncos AFL jersey.
Little shenanigans there.
Broncos, I like it.
Oh wow! I can't believe you did this to the Broncos.
I did it to the Broncos. I like it.
I didn't know we were playing the Cleveland Browns today.
Oh yeah, I've been playing online the past week, trying to practice because I'm tired of getting dominated.
Just had a bad week. One bad week. Don't let all that Xbox One play mess with your Xbox there.
That happens.
That does.
That happens. But whatever. I feel like I feel a little bit more comfortable coming into the game. I had a pretty good record online against some people. The biggest obstacle that I'm worried about at this point is the lag thing that I've been dealing with. I've been playing online with a little bit of lag.
The kicking game's a little different online.
Oh yeah.
With or without lag.
The reason I brought that up was that kick surprised me with how fast the meter moved.
They actually slow down the meter, so it's not entirely a lag thing. And it throws me off because the kicking meter goes slower. You get used to this fast speed.
So that's not a lag thing. It's done on purpose.
It is done on purpose, and I'm a little embarrassed to say this. I missed a field goal, an extra point field goal, playing a guy about a week ago. It was hilarious, and I still won the game, so it wasn't the worst thing, but it was something. It was a thing.
Yeah, it's funny. It happens.
Belly to back suplex.
Pocket, man.
This Broncos defense has been a little scary this year. I've been a fan of the Broncos defense.
We got DeMarcus holding it though. I'm glad that he's out of Dallas. I'll say that for sure.
He lines up as an inside linebacker. You know, he drops back in pass coverage, but when he rushes the quarterback, one of the best in the league.
Yeah, I'm not too excited about facing him today.
The Patriots decked out in a lot of pink, and we see pink throughout the building. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month in the NFL. The Patriots take it from the 28. Edelman.
Who you take to win this game? Just not knowing anything, no predictions based on this game we're playing. Who wins Sunday?
I'm going to go with the Broncos just because I think they have the better team all around. With that said, I've done a little research on this game and the series, and head to head, Belichick and Brady have had Peyton's number for a long time. You know what I'm saying? And that's not just because they've had better teams. So I don't take anything I don't count them out at all. I think the spread is maybe 3 points from a couple of the sites that I saw. So the thought is that it's going to be a close game.
Spread favor the Broncos.
Yeah, Broncos are favored by no more than 3 points. I think it's really around 2.5. So they're giving the Patriots a field goal. Oh, big time block. I thought I had him in the backfield, man.
It helps being in New England. From what I heard, statistically, Peyton doesn't play well in Foxborough.
Right.
So we'll take anything we can get the way the Broncos are playing this year.
Tell you something interesting. I was in the break room at work today, and I kid you not, the Weather Channel. We have the television in the break room on the Weather Channel because Fox News was was offending people. They felt like, oh wow, oh yeah, I wanted to take Gronkowski's head off. We had it on the Weather Channel, whatever, for whatever reason, we had it on the Weather Channel. But the weather guy, I look up and I see football coverage going on. And the weather guy was giving his predictions for the Broncos Patriots game, and he was doing it based on weather. And he had he had Peyton's stats in cold weather and all these other things, and he's talking about the way the weather's supposed to be on oh nice, big hit, what?
Somebody get on the ball. Shane Rain, are you going to the bench? Is it the Jonas Gray time?
Oh, he came in and gave us one.
Yeah, he
But
did.
yeah, the weather guy's doing this analysis, and he says at the end of it, take the Patriots with the 3 points, and he feels like it's a solid bet because of the weather and what he's expecting from the weather on Saturday or on Sunday. And
second and 1. Gray's taking the
oh, nice.
There's Jonas Gray. Belichick put him in for me. You don't fumble him and then show up for the next snap.
You are not allowed to stay in the game if you're putting the ball on the field, huh?
They got a quarterback with a strong arm because you got to throw into some tight spots in the red zone.
Now, listening to ESPN on the way in, the air quotes experts there were giving their analysis of nice screen, bro, of what they expected from the game or what they expected Belichick to do in the game, and it was apparently based off of a quote from Belichick already on how he plans to handle Peyton in this offense, and it was basically force them to run. You know what I'm saying? Peyton's so good at dissecting defenses and putting his receivers in the position that he wants them to be in to succeed, that you give him no choice but to have to hand the ball off repeatedly and take the passing game out of the equation altogether. We'll see if that works out, and oh wow, that's big. Is it possible to choose the way that they spin? I've asked that question to myself a couple of times.
I think it's just all about the running angle.
But if you're kind of running to the right, they're going to spin to the right and vice versa. Oh, there it is.
Yep, I'm happy with that. But the kicking game tells all. Your kicking game was ridiculous fast.
The Denver Broncos in 2013 led them to the Super Bowl. Record numbers for the offense, record numbers for him. It's just amazing what he does year in and year out.
First down here. Manning comes out in the pistol. To the ground. Heading right. Brought down at the 26. Here's a look at the offense.
Solid opening run
today for Demaryius Thomas, who is tremendous after the catch.
We have this phrase that we say, and we mean it adoringly. Demaryius Thomas is a beast, absolutely on the outside. He can run by you. He can run.
Tillman's been impressive. I've been happy to see him get some snaps since my ball's gone down. Not that I like anybody getting injured, but it's cool to get to So when some guys get some chances.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's made the most of the opportunities that he's gotten. Huh?
Oh, what a mistake on my part.
Was that you?
That was me, just getting a little too aggressive with that.
It could have been good, man.
Yeah, Revis just already, I mean, he's in your end zone celebrating right now.
Having a good time.
He's like, oh, wait, where's the ball?
Yeah, you know how big a fan I am of throwing the ball to Darrell Revis. I think he was my #1 receiver last week.
He was Jay Cutler's #1 receiver.
The Broncos line up in the pistol. Here's the handoff, and they'll run it.
Very nice. Nice run. Nice stretch run.
When you run the football like this and you show toughness, there is no doubt when you fake it and try to throw the football down the field, the quarterback's going to have all day to get it done.
Manning's lining up in the pistol. Second.
Almost got him, but instead he gets you.
Well, the right side, Jim, the right tackle and the right guard. They look confused. They don't know what to do, so they just get run over, and the quarterback falls
down. Is that the
down.
quarter?
Let's think about it. Let's walk down the field and think about it.
And we'll take a short break as you're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Gronk.
I can't not take the Patriots this Sunday. I don't think I ever made a statement there.
Fair enough.
I think I'm kind of required to take the Patriots. So let me tell you how the Patriots win. Okay.
Let me hear this.
All right. They have to find a way to run the ball and make the game short.
Okay.
They need to take away the tight end for Denver,
Right.
Julius Thomas, and they unfortunately Peyton Manning has fell in love with Emmanuel Sanders the last few weeks. So you put Revis on him, and you find ways to force Peyton to hit the guys like Demaryius Thomas and Wes Welker running, drag routes and stuff underneath. Make Peyton take a long time to get down the field. Keep the game low scoring, so you're not playing from this huge deficit.
Okay.
And then you got to make first downs. And West Coast offense, don't try the big stuff. Keep Peyton Manning upright. Don't let Von Miller and DeMarcus Ware ruin his life. The Lions have been playing really good for the Patriots the last few weeks, so this is very possible. But I think you keep the clock moving, find a way to run the ball, and that's your only hope.
Makes sense. I fully accept this as a possible tactic and outcome for the game.
Peyton Manning just has so many weapons. It's scary. All his receivers are like Pro Bowl receivers. And then Ronnie Hillman's been running really well. They're a scary team, and their defense is playing well. It's a scary team.
Shows everybody that you can run it when you want to, and also it opens up so many other things for your offense.
All right, so
Second down here.
we talked about this once or twice throughout the week. And we mentioned it, I mentioned it earlier before we started playing the game. Watching the Steelers play this past weekend. Oh, I wanted that bad, bro. You tried me too.
Steelers Colts.
Watching the Steelers Colts play last week, you see Roethlisberger put up what I thought was a very odd stat.
He threw for 1,100 yards.
And that he was the first quarterback to ever throw 2 500-yard passing games.
6 touchdowns, and I believe it was 522 was his yard count.
Brilliant game. And Andrew Luck has to be at least commented on also. He had I'm not going to say an equally impressive game, because one, they lost, and I think he threw a couple of picks also. But back to Roethlisberger, he's the first guy to put up those numbers, and it immediately made me think, okay, well, this is a guy with 2 Super Bowl championships. Maybe not the best player on his team at the time, but definitely a contributor to both championships. That second one, he made some really big plays. That's the one that sticks out closest, most in my mind. They were a strong running team
offensive line.
The
during
bus
that
was
first
still
Super
around
Bowl.
on that first
Yeah, the bus was
Super
around
Bowl.
for that first one.
That's why they're leading this football game.
And they had a second running back. Like I even think Bettis was, if not,
Yeah, it does feel like he was kind of like the third down back, or
yeah, absolutely.
or
He wasn't the primary
just
back.
just playing like a fullback role at times.
Absolutely.